Welcome to Weddings Unveiled, the podcast designed to help you build a productive, profitable wedding or event business. Here's your host, Angela Profit.
Hi, y'all. It's Angela Profit, your event and productivity therapist, coming to you from the heart of Music City in Nashville, Tennessee. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Weddings Unveiled, professional tips and secrets on wedding planning and event design, where we take you behind the scenes of our past experiences in the event industry, what we have learned from them, and how they have made us stronger. This podcast will help you grow a productive and profitable business to launch you into success within the hospitality industry. Today, I'm joined by the best communications and event consultant in the business, Alison Burry.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for having me, Angela. I'm so excited to share some of our past experiences together. We've definitely been through some unique situations over the years. What are we discussing today?
Today, we're talking about explaining commission to clients, specifically about hotels.
Well, tell us the story. What happened?
Well, typically, we ask our clients if they have out-of-town guests, if they want us to handle the hotel room blocks. And most of them say yes, because they don't understand the verbiage in the contract. They really don't know what to ask for. They don't know how to negotiate. There's just a lot of things that go in behind the scenes that clients, that's why they're paying a planner. They want someone else to do it for them. But we had this one client one time who did their own room blocks before they hired us, which is fine, but they didn't understand that attrition could be involved, which attrition means that if you sign a contract and put your credit card on file for 20 rooms and you don't have your guests book those 20 rooms and you're planning on your guests paying for their own rooms, and let's just say guests only book 14, you're responsible for paying for those 6 hotels that did not get picked up. And if you are living or having your wedding in a very popular city or a very busy city, hotels don't care. It is all about volume and money and revenue, especially if there's a concert or a sporting event or a hockey game. There's just so many things that could be going on where if your wedding is like, again, downtown in a big city, you got to look at what else is going on because that's going to affect the hotel room rates. So anyway, this client, they had already signed all their contracts, and we have great relationships with most of the hotels that we work with on a regular basis. And when they found out that we were planning, they sent an addendum to the client saying that we were the planners, our name was on the reservation so that we could check on how many people had booked or if we needed to book more rooms. We had permission legally to do that. Well, this groom, who I believe was an attorney, was complaining to one of our hotel contacts that we're pretty good friends with. Why did they send an addendum, and why did they have to add our name, and why does it say commissionable rate? And they hired the planner to save them money, not to get commission, which he was completely missing the point. No, it's not about us making money. It's about babysitting the contracts and making sure that things are getting booked in time that will save them money in the long run. And so luckily, we have a great relationship with that person at the hotel. She contacted us and said, I think that you need to address this issue and explain to him like what your role is and how you help with the hotel room blocks and how you're the communicator. And so I scheduled a time to speak with him, and I explained to him that it will end up saving them money, but if they would prefer their guest contact them directly, if he wanted to babysit, for lack of a better word, the hotel room blocks and getting the rooms booked, that we didn't have to be on the reservation. But that's really not typical. That's part of our role, is to take care of them and their guest. And after I explained it to him, he was like, oh, okay, so it doesn't cost us for the hotel to put you all on the reservation, and it doesn't cost us anything for a commissionable rate. And I'm like, no, it saves you money because you're not paying us, again, to oversee your hotel room block contracts. So again, it all goes back to explaining, making sure that clients understand, And then again, have great relationships with your vendors, because had I not known that, like if the girl at the hotel didn't tell me, he never asked me about it. He never contacted me. He was just mad thinking that we were trying to take money from them.
Yeah, that was definitely a good learning experience for us, and we definitely know for the future on how to educate people before they start doing hotel room blocks so they know what's going on. But Angela, what would you say your biggest takeaway was from everything that happened with that?
I would say my biggest takeaway is if you have a client that is unsure, again, of your process, like don't take it personal. Weddings and money, it's an emotional experience with their money. And so I always try to take a step back and not be on the defense of, well, don't you just understand what we do? And I really try to be patient and explain and make sure that we are communicating appropriately so that that client really understands the value that a planner can bring to the table.
Great. Well, Angela, can you share with our listeners some of the different products and resources you have available to help wedding and event planners?
Absolutely. You can visit the blog on the website, and there's lots of great articles and resources available there, which it's angelaprofit.com. You can sign up for tips and resources and be part of our email list. We'll send you all kinds of juicy details. We do webinars and live events, so watch social media for more about that.
Awesome. Well, Angela, thank you so much for sharing your valuable advice with us today. I can't wait for next week to tell more of our incredible experiences together.
And thank you, Alison, so much for joining me. And thank you so much to our listeners for joining us today on Weddings Unveiled, professional tips and secrets on wedding planning and event design. Tune in next week to learn more from our past experiences. If you found this podcast helpful, please share it with other wedding and event professionals. Be sure to subscribe today so you never, ever miss the juicy details of Weddings Unveiled. I'm so passionate about helping other event professionals, and with my background in psychology, I appreciate that our best selves develop from real-life situations. Thank you so much for listening. Be sure to tune in next week for more tips on how to grow your business. And if you have a question or an unresolved issue that you want guidance on, connect with us on angelaprofit.com. For more valuable resources, again, visit the website. And until next time, remember to stay productive and profitable.
You've been listening to Weddings Unveiled with Angela Profit. Join us next time for more insights to help you build a productive, profitable wedding or event business. For more great resources, head over to angelaprofit.com.